All right, everybody. Hey, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. It is the last Raw before a big weekend of PLEs, starting with Great American Bash with NXT, Saturday night's main event, and of course, the often debated, has it been built or not, Evolution. I'm your host, Mark by Wrestling. George, JR, good to see you. It's our responsibility tonight to scan the crowd because A and B are in the house at Raw at Amica Mutual Pavilion. I have photo confirmation that A and B are in the house. Sophie, they are at Raw tonight. So keep your eyes open. I don't know exactly where they're sitting, to be honest, but they are in the crowd. So I've seen photos of main event before, and A&B Combos is at Raw, and Mark by Wrestling is streaming Raw. So we are here. Sean, good to see you, my friend. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope your food was delicious. I hope you still have all the fingers on your hands after fireworks. And we've got I wouldn't call it a double main event, but two excellent matches tonight. Oh, three excellent matches tonight. We've got Sammy taking on, was it Braun? And then Jay taking on good grief. I'm having a long day, guys. I'm so sorry. I need my caffeine. I haven't got any yet. But we've got the triad of Sami Zayn, Penta, and Jey Uso taking on the Seth Rollins faction in singles matches tonight. And we also have Kairi Sane versus Roxanne Perez tonight as well. A lot of excitement here tonight. Good to see you guys. Bronson Reed, thank you so much, Dawsey. Thank you for correcting me. And here we go. Here comes the visionary. Here comes Seth Rollins. Here comes the Scooby-Doo chain wearing, sing-alonging mastermind of what we got. Sophie, I'll be here tonight and I'll be here tomorrow for NXT, but A&B will be back on Friday for SmackDown. I don't know if we're doing a prediction show or not, but we'll see what happens. And again, Seth with his black and gold Money in the Bank briefcase. Real quick, which modded briefcase you like better, Seth Rollins or Naomi's? Just curious what you guys think. What's your preference? Do you think Seth's looks a bit cleaner than Naomi's? But I like Naomi's more in line with her gimmick. Also, do you guys think we're ever going to get a name for this group? Or is it just going to be three dudes? Three dudes, also not a bad name for the faction. Okay. Yep. Lots of singing along. George, you think Seth's briefcase looks better? I can respect that. I mean, listen, it's a clean look. If I was going to be going through the airport with one of those briefcases, I'd want Seth's, not Naomi's. But yeah. And of course, reminder, Saturday night's main event, we have LA Knight versus Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah. Naomi's does have a good pop to it. You're right, JR. Hello, Zach. Thank you for being here tonight. And yeah, just to catch you guys up, I love a good sing along at a concert, just not for a heel. To catch you guys up, A and B are in the crowd at Raw tonight. We'll keep our eyes peeled to see if they show up on camera. And so you've got me tonight for Raw. You've got me tomorrow for NXT. And then A&B will be back on Friday for SmackDown. And then, of course, we have the weekend of a bunch of great shows. Also, listen, if you're an AEW fan, it's a great week leading up to All In as well. All In, I'm sure, is going to be a stacked show, as they tend to do as well. So anybody in here going to watch All In instead of WWE programming? Just curious. No shame here. We don't judge. Going to be a lot of great wrestling, I'm sure, in that pay-per-view. Hello, Abigail. All right. All right. Sing along with the Seth. I'm going to keep scanning the crowd every time they shoot for it just to see. I can't afford AEW pay-per-view prices either. I mean, they're not really that expensive, but in the age of streaming, Braun Breaker's taking the mic. He's sick of this. Braun's Breaker going to come out here and have something to say. Now the crowd is barking. Okay, the good news is A and B are opposite the hard camera, so we might have an opportunity. Oh, you got 2K, Sophie? Let's go. Seth and Heyman are sitting here discussing behind Breaker. Like, did he tell you he was going to do this? Did he this? Sophie, I did not know. I wasn't in communication with A and B because they're on vacation, and I thought they'd be here tonight. But it's all good. I'm always happy for any time I can go live and hang out with you guys. So this was a little bit of a rush job on my part, if I'm being honest, though. So if I'm not my same self, that's why. I'm loving Seth and Heyman's reactions behind Breaker's back right now. I like Braun Breaker with a short fuse, but it's almost a little comedic right now, and I'm just not sure. Seth's face is fantastic. Lauren Biggs, the GOAT. What's up, Lauren? Glad you're here. Okay, so hold on. The athletic ability of a dead fish. This is amazing. I love this. Braun has just decided he's going to cut a promo, and he's borderline crashing out. And Seth and Heyman are like, love it. Okay, Dawsey, you got a full plate. Respect, brother. I'm going to go see Superman this week as well. I'm going to see it on Thursday, so hopefully I can get that off the list before the wrestling starts this weekend. I know, man. All that bronzer has gotten to his brain. Heyman's like, if it's okay with you, I'd like to say, but you know what? Listen to that. Listen to that crowd chanting for Sammy. Hey, Shamanica. Good to see you. Teflon Don. Oh, no. Wi-Fi without a couple. I'm sorry, man. So sorry. But hey, man, glad you're with us tonight. Thank you for being here, friend. We'll have questions of the night tonight. And now Seth's like, okay, Bronson, you got anything you want to say?
Braun is a tough act to follow, but so am I. I am the man that hit Seth with 6 tsunamis.
Everybody got something to say tonight, apparently.
So much so that Seth brought me into his vision.
They keep saying the word vision. I mean, I don't know if it's too late for them to name the group or not, but could they at least just call it the Vision and be done with it? They're not really wadding anybody either. I'm really happy about that, but they're just straight up booing. Bronson and Braun are both doing really good jobs of cutting the kinds of promos you boo instead of just trying to get themselves over. And I've just got to sit here and wonder if Seth and Heyman are both like, Did he tell you he was going to cut a price? He didn't tell me. Did he tell, I mean, I guess we don't even have to work tonight. That's not bad, you know? George, I don't know, but I wouldn't be mad at Braun and Braun being the tag team champions. I mean, the only problem, you have a bloodline problem at that point. What I mean by that is you're going to have somebody who is believable enough to be contenders against them. It's kind of like a Hurt Syndicate problem in AEW. Like, obviously, they should be the tag team champions, but who actually is going to be good enough to take the belts off them? Okay, here comes Paul Heyman. All right, so Sophie, if we're looking at the hard camera, we're looking at Paul Heyman right now. They are sitting like to the left and up between where Bronson Reed and Seth were standing. So we're probably going to be looking for a wider shot. But we should see them upwards in that area if they get up in that area. So that's the photos where I could see.
First on our list, Sammy Zayn. Follow that promo. Sammy has his eye family all the way back to Montreal right now. Sammy, it's your ass, not mine. Tonight, Bronson Reed versus Jay Uso.
Okay. It's the fashion. New name is the Empire. You see him, George? Well, here's somebody you couldn't see before, but you can see now. The Mrs. Marked by Wrestling here live for the watch along. Welcome. So, updating everybody, A and B are there.
Oh, amazing.
Yes, which I think a while ago they told me they were going to be there, but like I totally forgot. She think you see them. So I told everybody, A sent me a couple of photos from earlier in the evening so I could pinpoint the area of the arena they're at, but I haven't seen them yet. Sophie also thinks we'll be able to hear Becky at some point.
I feel like I need to be on the other side of you so that the
Okay.
microphone is not across my face.
Oh, okay, no problem. We'll set that up. This set is a work in progress at all times, so it's all good. Channel mascot following along. Paul Heyman doing Paul Heyman things, cutting this promo. So one thing that's been different tonight, my dear, is that everyone in the faction has cut their own promo tonight. And Seth was about to start with the promo, and then Braun Breaker just snatched the mic out of his hands and started it first. And for the entirety of Braun's promo, Seth and Paul Heyman were just standing in the shot behind him, like, and they're just, and like, neither one of us are going to interrupt him,
Right.
but because he's insane. But this does kind of remind me that I'm about to say something old to you guys. So, you know, bring out your arthritis medication. But this reminds me of the old like TBS Four Horsemen promos where Flair and Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, they would all be out there together and they would cut 4 individual promos just hanging out together like a gang. And this is kind of that old school feel. So I'm sure Triple H is probably loving this. He's a fan of that era. And now Seth is finally going to be going for it. Teddy Long's son passed away. Oh, how terrible. Now big chance for CM Punk, although we don't have any confirmation if he's in the building tonight. He's not announced for the card. But that doesn't mean he's not there.
So I guess there's only one thing left to say.
Providence. They're in Providence.
Oh, that makes sense given where Becky and AJ
Yeah. Okay.
are in the north.
I thought they were in New Jersey, but they're in Providence. All right. So Providence, Rhode Island, Family Guy territory. So that's like, all right, well, here we go. Love it. Oh, when we got Michael and Corey Graves again, Pat McAfee's still on a hiatus here. I knew they were going to the East Coast, Sophie. I didn't know precisely. I think
they've been vacationing in the Northeast, and so
yeah. So I guess they just dropped along in time for Raw. Oh, we're getting a recap of the Judgment Day winning the tag titles from the New Day. A rare heel versus heel altercation. Let's give a shout out to Lauren Biggs, one of the GOATs. Get those likes up for the GOAT Mark by Wrestling. Please don't make me do that again. Get those likes in for this video. I need every single one of them. Thank you so much, Lauren. You're the best. George, I don't know if CM Punk's going to be on Raw or not. I would expect him to be. You know, this is the last show before Saturday night's main event. Look at all that gold in the Judgment Day clubhouse. Oh, now they have a dartboard. Where'd the PlayStation go? They got a straight up candlelight vigil for Liv.
she's alive.
Remember, I hurt my shoulder. It took me 8 months to recover, and I'm tough.
And I'm tough.
You know what would be a good picture, a nice picture, is if we retain those women's tag team championship titles at Evolution. And maybe if some Chiquita does what she said she's going to do and beats Kairi Sane tonight. Too soon.
But too soon? Killing a partner.
She did the whole cross.
All right. You know what? I never thought Judgment Day would be funnier without Carlito.
Right? But they're actually...
That was gold.
Thank you.
Huh? A get well soon cake.
AJ?
From AJ. Uh-oh. Look at this. Oh, this is so good. I have a note. Oh, that was brilliant.
Oh my God.
Sophie, hush your mouth. I laugh at funny things. I don't laugh at anything. That was a fantastic segment. Judgment Day, Championship Judgment Day has found their groove. I'll give them that. Now we've got Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane versus Roxanne Perez one-on-one. Drop their predictions in the chat. I gotta feel like Judgment Day, I mean, for everything they're doing in the story to make sense, I'm sort of feeling Roxy for this one, but we'll see what happens. Oh no, they'll see the segment, Sophie. When they do stuff like that, they put it on the big screen while it's happening backstage. So did Kairi just
Touch a baby.
touch a baby's cheek? Oh, so cute. Man. Kairi was, she's a petite women's performer. But she used to be really like, how do I say this respectfully? She's put on a lot of muscle for her frame since her return, and rehabbing like her injuries and stuff while she was gone. And I mean, she's gotten a lot more, she's gotten a lot stronger, although, she's not coming out looking like Jade Cargill or anything like that, obviously. But, for her size, like she's really like strengthened up and stuff, which is cool to see. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing her perform more. So we're watching. You're probably, I'm assuming you're on ads right now. We're streaming on Netflix for this one tonight. Actually, we're all streaming on Netflix, but I've got the international stream. So we're just getting an extended entrance from Kairi Sane. George, that is a good question. Who would help Kairi if Raquel gets involved? Does anybody help Kairi? I mean, because you kind of want to go to Asuka. There you go, Justin. Great minds think alike. Would Asuka get involved? The last thing I saw from Asuka after Queen of the Ring was her kind of being focused on that Evolution Women's Battle Royal that's going to be on Sunday. So I wonder if they will play in to her friendship with Kyrie in this or not. We'll see what happens. It's not Kyrie Sane's fault from injured arm. Yeah. No. And I remember because Tyrell, I know there was discussion online about Kyrie's accountability, like when Zoe Stark got hurt and stuff. But I don't rock with that. I think wrestling is just an inherently dangerous activity.
Yeah.
And these things happen in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get injured. You're literally fighting each other.
Yeah. And you're literally falling on the ground
Yeah.
20 times a match, and the human body is not meant for this activity, but we love it.
Yeah. I mean, any athlete is prone to getting hurt.
Yeah.
In every sport.
Shamanica, that is a great question. They have not announced who the Raw Women's Tag Team is going to be in that Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. So that is something we should learn tonight. And I'm curious who it's going to be. I mean, you know what? This could be a preview of that, honestly, this match. Like, hold on. I have a new thing I do. I have to put on the fantasy booking sunglasses here. I'm hearing everything you guys are saying, and I think we could put 2 and 2 together that if Asuka were to come and rescue Kairi Sane, Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, whoever is running the show backstage tonight, would put Asuka and Kairi in that tag team match against Roxy and Raquel. Take the glasses off. Asuka could absolutely do double duty and be in the battle royal. Anyways, although George, you did say Natalya and Maxine, I think that would be a way to bring those two ladies onto the show without making Asuka work double and still having, still getting more ladies on the show. And they have been teaming together more. So, Jay Money, good to see you, man. Hey, listen, I went to PlayStation Plus this afternoon. I have not added the new Mortal Kombat game yet, but I may take a look and see what happens. Okay, so we have Zaruka as the NXT team. I don't recall them announcing that on NXT last week, but we've only got one team left. So here they are. So we've got 3 of the 4 teams. Call me crazy, guys. Did they announce Zaruka on Tuesday being the NXT tag team? I mean, we all pretty much assumed it was going to be them anyways, because they're like the only women's tag team on NXT. But nevertheless, that's going to be a good match. All right, Roxanne just throwing hands and taunting. It's so interesting to watch, these petite queens in the ring try to throw each other into the corners when the corners are structurally, bigger than their frame. And when you see like a Randy Orton like hit the corner versus like a Kairi Sane, and they have to like kind of like hop up a little bit,
Little kid.
And it's like, you can only do what you can do, to make that. But it's always such a slight visual disruption for me whenever I see it. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah. Both these ladies uber talented in the ring though, so I hope they get a little bit of time to hit that extra gear. Roxy just kicking up the dust on her. What are we? Okay. A little bit of a chemistry issue here in the match, which is a bummer, but it's okay. So let's see. I don't know yet if A and B will be a part of the prediction show. I guarantee you, I promise you, I'll have a prediction show this week, and I might even be able to convince somebody to join me for it if A and B aren't available.
Who?
Lad.
Right.
Anyways.
Period.
Yeah, right?
The dog.
Yes. But yeah, let's see. Shamanica, you think since Trish and Tiff have no build, I think Lita should attack Trish for attacking her when she betrayed Becky. I mean, that goes back. When we hit our next commercial break, by the way, I want to address some of this chatter online about Evolution not having any build. I think we need to make a distinction between the build for a card and the announcement of a card. These are two different things, and we'll get into that at commercial break time. What did J Money say, honey? I missed something.
I'm
Said
sorry.
something about. No, it's okay. Don't know how you feel about Judgment Day having all that gold. You feel like it's a monopoly and limits possibilities to extent. I do think getting all the gold definitely like turns the wheels of the story with Liv Morgan for whenever she comes back. And I don't mind them having all the gold. It's just how long will they have all that gold? And what are going to be the circumstances? I have to be honest. My heart is breaking right now because Kyrie and Roxy don't have a ton of chemistry together in this match. Their timing is kind of off. And honestly, it makes me scared for Kyrie because she's gotten a really bad, not reputation, but she's gotten bad credit from people for things going wrong in some of her matches. And it used to be, you could say, like if somebody who was like maybe not a primary English speaker was in the ring with somebody who wasn't, sometimes there's communication issues.
Right.
But still, yeah, this match could be cleaner, and it makes me sad. Let's see. They say no. They know Solo said his bloodline's strong. He said he's not like the other blind. That means Tama Tonga joins Jacob. Interesting, Tyrell. Okay, we'll see what the future holds for that. And Lauren said Natalia's scared of defending her catering world title at Evolution. Sorry to disappoint you guys. She let you all down. You know what, though? I'm going to put some respect on Natalia's name. She might be in catering for Raw and SmackDown, but she's showing up on every other show. She's going to Booker T's. She's going to Booker T's wrestling organization.
Guys, we're so excited.
Taking a break here. And she's going to Evolve and having title matches. So she's traveling around to the lesser shows. All right. We're on commercial real quick. Let me say this. If you guys, I think you guys need to understand something. Don't buy into the hype that Evolution did not have a build or that Evolution was rushed or all these things. First of all, every PLE since WrestleMania has been rushed because they've been on a like 2-week turnaround almost every week since then. We had this big gap between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania of like over a month and a half. And then all of a sudden we started rattling off 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, when traditionally it's been a 4-week build between shows. Evolution does not have a lack of build. If you go back, first of all, someone said that Bayley and Becky Lynch and Lyra is going to be on the card, or that is about to be announced. That's a match with build. The NXT Championship match with JC Jane and Jordan Grace has had 3 to 4 weeks of build. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky has been getting built since before Elimination Chamber. That is an ongoing feud. Jade Cargill and Naomi built up before Elimination Chamber, ongoing feud. So I'm not going to judge any of you if you don't care for any of those matches, but what we're not going to do is say that there's been no build for them. There have been build for more of the matches in there. The only match that didn't get any build at all is the Battle Royal, because it's a Battle Royal and you don't build for those. And the tag team match, the build for that match is the story of Raquel and Roxy. It's not the other 3 teams. So if you're online and you see somebody with a blue check mark on Twitter talking about they're fumbling the build, mute them, block them, don't pay attention to them. Their rent is due and they need your rage tweets in response. Or they're just not watching the show. Because I read you guys know, we watch NXT every week. I read a lot of absent-minded criticism about NXT when it's clear that people just don't watch the show. And I'm not demanding that anybody watch the show, but don't speak on a thing that you don't watch. I am block them is strong, J Money. I'm a little more, I admit, it's a little strong. But you know what? Sometimes you have to block peace into your life.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to do that for your own sanity. But nevertheless, that's why one reason I'm trying to reduce some of my chatter about AEW. I still have opinions about AEW, but I don't watch it. And it's not because I hate it. I just don't have the time. So like, I'm going to reduce how much I talk about AEW because I don't have the context and the experience with watching it enough to make those kinds of statements.
Right.
And some people just want to do it anyways. So it is what it is.
Yeah. you're not actually invested enough to watch it, then you shouldn't really have a voice on it.
No. And the pressure and the need to comment on every little thing needs to be regulated for sure in our greater community, not our coalition community, but beyond that, well, it seems like Kyrie and I always want to say Kyrie and Asuka, Kyrie and Roxy are starting to find their gear, which makes me happy. I just, man, your heart breaks to see a match kind of fall apart. J Money, AEW overall may be iffy, but boy, do they have some spectacular individual matches. Yeah, absolutely. My main criticism with AEW has always been trying to follow along with the overall story they're telling. It very rarely is my criticism their in-ring work. And that's all some people want out of wrestling, and those people love AEW. But the numbers will tell you more people like the way WWE is doing things. Just that's what it is. What do we got? Oh, we got a question of the week with the Modfather. Okay, let's go. All right, Modfather question of the week, everybody. And props to the Modfather, always bringing questions and also taking constructive feedback from me. I said last week, could we start asking questions that don't involve pain? And he's been 3 for 3 so far since I said that. So, Modfather, you're the man. That's why you're my Modfather. All right. Would you rather have the Hardy Boys have one final run and retire with WWE, have Chad Gable get a singles title, or have Montez Ford go solo? Oh, those are
okay. I don't care about Chad Gable, but I love Montez, and I would love for him to. I mean, we talk about that all the time. Like, I don't want that for him, and he deserves it. But the Hardy Boys thing would be fun too. So I'm like torn on those. I'll have to think on that more before I make my final answer.
Okay.
Where are you?
Ooh, I love Montez too, and I have been a vocal advocate for wanting to see him go solo as well. I would need more guarantees though. I would want Montez to also get a title. I don't want him just to go solo, so I'm going to take it right at your word. I'm going to say no to the Hardy Boys because I do want them. I would love them to retire with WWE, and they unequivocally are going to be in the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame.
Sure.
So we will get that out of them no matter what. And honestly, and I mean this in the biggest fan way. I kind of don't want to see Jeff and Matt wrestle anymore because they wrestle like guys who have fallen off ladders for 20 years now. And it just kind of makes me feel a little guilty for cheering for all those insane things they did, seeing them hobble around a little bit. And I don't mean, I hope they never find this and get offended by that or anything. It's just like, you know what, guys, let's give you all the cushy stuff you want. You don't have to do another match for me. You've done enough.
Yeah. I hear that.
And Chad Gable, who you may not care for as a character, has put in so much work. Even if he was good or bad or El Grande or whatever, I would love to see him get a belt, just as kind of like those Academy Awards they give to all-time directors who never won one. And it's just like a Lifetime Achievement Award. I would love to see Chad Gable even get a Lifetime Achievement title.
I mean, I get it. I think I get that he's good at the job. I've just not liked any iteration of his caricature.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's not for me.
Yeah, no, okay. And that is allowed. That is great. Yeah. That's totally fine. We've got a few other. Let's see. J.R. Dugan says Montez. Sophie doesn't want Montez to go solo. Okay. Lauren, you're right. It is amazing the Hardys can still even get around. Kyrie,
truly.
With a backslide, steals one from Roxy. And Roxy is so offended. Absolutely with that one. So offended. The match was all right. It was tough in the beginning. Oh, here we go. Roxy, Raquel coming in to support Roxy with the beatdown. All right. Do we have somebody coming to save the day? Did the magic sunglasses predict the future?
Why do we even pay the refs if they just jump out?
I know, right? That ref got more muscles than Roxy does.
All right.
Here she comes. Here comes the Empress. Have that mist ready, girl. Boom.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Boom. Come on, girl. This crowd is loud for Asuka.
Oh no.
And she got one for Roxy, too. She said these hands rated E for everyone. All right. Clothesline from Raquel. Drops her down. I think you guys are right. I think that's probably our fourth team. Uh-oh, it's a Hana bomb. She's got her up. Oh! Roxy saves her, and then, oh! Asuka turns it around with an armbar. And now Raquel dumped over the top. It's a good thing she let go of that armbar before she went over. Oh, hip check. Sends her down. Now Roxy alone in the ring with Asuka. This is the Queen of the Ring match I wanted to see. Play into the crowd. Oh my gosh. Is she going to drop an elbow on her stomach?
Yes, do it.
Come on. Salute, Pirate Princess. Oh, okay. Right on the neck. Asuka with the save. This is totally going to be the Raw team. Yeah. And you know what? This is going to great.
Comment.
Let's see, Lauren. Gabe is going to win a world title at WrestleMania 78 at the Astro Space. Space Force presents WrestleMania 78. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. Gable's got a long time. He's got a long road ahead of him for that kind of stuff. All right, let me see if I missed anything in the past. Great thing there. Let's see, Lauren. What did you have to say about teaching much of the name? AEW on a TV program is the big no-no per order. I know. How dare I bring up AEW on a WWE broadcast? Tony's fearing for his life. It is what it is. All right. Pushing Evolution. Okay, so they're talking up Sami Zayn's feud with Karrion Kross.
And here's Karrion Kross.
Yeah, from last Monday. Give Karrion Kross like credit, man. Like if there's ever a what do you call it? Like an example of make the most of your minutes. It's Karrion Kross. Like he maybe gets 2 minutes of airtime every week, and he just like chews up the whole scenery every time he's there. So I give him credit for that. Later that night, yeah. So this is kind of how we came up to get the matches we're getting tonight. All the random interferences of one on another. Call in Bronson Reed, Auszilla. George, you were going with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, but if they put the Kabuki Warriors, yeah, you think they're going to win? Okay. Asuka could end up doing double duty. She might be in the Battle Royal too, because that's a singles title shot for the winner of that Battle Royal. Saturday night's main event starts at 8. Doesn't that Great American Bash show start a couple hours from? So I have it written down. Let's see. As Sami Zayn is interviewed.
I feel like that's just bait for him to jump out at any second
Yeah.
now.
Sophie, we're probably going to have an hour and a half or 2 hour gap between Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event. Much like Night of Champion? The last time we had to do that. That's what it's going to be. Oh, Lauren, it's going to be exhausting this weekend for wrestling fans. It's exhausting. 3 events in 2 days. But it's going to be a lot of fun, though. Stay hydrated, everybody.
The main event is going to be Gable versus RoboCop for the WWE Spaceman World title.
Terminator is the guest ref. Which Terminator, Lauren? Are we talking the 800, the one salad, and Scar 1000, one salad? What is that? Scarlett's here, looking very spiky.
What's going on here? That was awkward.
I feel like she wanted to come off menacing, and it kind of came off a little ditzy.
It just was awkward.
Yeah. T7000. Okay, that's beyond my.
Yeah. All right. So
No.
Just so you guys know, we're on commercial break, but the New Day are making their entrance. So
see if they're cutting a promo or if they're getting some kind of tag match tonight.
What is the attire?
I can't believe this is being put on a commercial break, guys. The New Day are coming in dressed like Tyler Perry's
Funeral.
Medea family funeral. Like, I cannot believe this is not making air. They're holding black roses. They're wearing black hats with veils on them. They're mourning their tag loss, dressed like they're at a funeral. The tag team division has died.
Did none of you come dressed for the occasion? Oh, I should have worn all black.
Wow. The heist of the century.
That was Seth Rollins.
Guys,
What are these like rich old lady glasses he's got
right?
going on?
I know, exactly. He looks like he's straight out of a Tyler Perry movie. Like, all right, listen, guys, you, Justin, thank you. Worlds Collided, Money in the Bank. That was the weekend I was trying to think of. So it's going to be like that again on Saturday. Guys, you owe it to yourselves after the show to go on WWE's YouTube channel and see if they upload this.
Yes.
I can't believe this didn't make airtime.
Wow.
This is amazing.
And you should thank God for that.
Yes. You should thank God for the New Day.
Mm.
Now they're putting heat on clam chowder. Providence. Oh my gosh. This is so
It's
good.
so theatrical.
Yes, it's so melodramatic. Like, this is the old heel New Day that I missed. Like, I liked, in a wrestling sense, their heel turn on Big E. But when they were
Yes.
heels the first time, they were like this.
Mhm.
It's just a segment. They're not in their gear. They're it's wild.
Thank God for the VPN. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, they're going to be off screen by the time we come back from commercial break.
That is
Yeah, they're just
amazing.
having a segment. On
Yeah.
a match. Yeah.
that's so good. Honestly, this is good for live crowds though.
Oh, for sure.
So there's really probably very few lulls in a live WWE production anymore for stuff like that. That they actually continue to do things during commercial breaks. So, but that was great. The New Day is just signed with Happy Meals of America. Free Happy Meals. What? Oh goodness. Well, yeah. Don't worry, you guys. We will absolutely, in one way or another, have predictions this week. A and B will be back for SmackDown. I'm confident they'll probably be broadcasting all weekend as well. But I'll definitely be going live for Great American Bash, and I think I'm going to go live for Evolution too on Sunday. I may take a break for Saturday night's main event though, so I have a voice for Sunday. We'll figure that out.
You don't need a voice.
I
It's all
don't.
good.
Okay.
Let's work on those hand signals.
Okay.
Do my best.
Right.
Ivy Nile, an American Made, talking to Adam Pierce.
Okay. Ivy Niles in the Battle Royal.
Like
Oh,
such.
Well, they're listed as Kabuki Warriors on screen. You were right, George. Did Asuka just drop a smile?
it's like a gin.
Way to go, production team. You totally spoiled the name renewal before they announced it in the interview.
Adam Pierce is such a dork. God bless him.
All right, guys. Don't look now, but that fatal four-way could steal the show. Those 4 teams, Kabuki Warriors, Zaruka, Judgment Day, and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That's a lot of firepower in one match. That could be a lot of fun. I want to see who's going to take a soul snatcher in that match too. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, Nikki Bella. I forgot all about her.
Why does this look like a backstage segment on like the Jerry Springer show?
It does. John Cena said I was going to be his wife, but then I didn't see him for 17 months.
This literally looks like
this is some Maury Povich
Yes.
stuff. Absolutely. Which is honestly, that's right, because it's indicative of the era she wrestled in. That's what the women's division was kind of like.
This is exactly the clip you show right before you like come out and snatch somebody out of their chair by their hair.
Absolutely.
Start swinging.
Yeah. She's one step away from taking her earrings off. Oh, don't worry, George. That was a one thing.
One-time thing.
Nikki Belladashian. No. Oh, so Nikki has now been relegated to the Battle Royal. So she was set up. It looked like she was going to fight Liv Morgan, and Liv got injured that same night.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've just had to push her to the back burner because,
yeah.
The Battle Royal is the right place for Nikki Bella, in my opinion. Like I didn't. They're rewriting a lot of history. How like she and her twin sister were like pioneers for women's wrestling. They weren't. They were just popular at the right time.
Yeah.
But there's a title shot on the line for that Battle Royal. Now I'm scared she might win it, especially now that Asuka's not in it. Oh Lord. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, please don't let Nikki Bella win that Battle Royal. Tombstone Town, Dorothy featuring Slash. Okay. You know, whenever ever since 1998, when SummerSlam had AC/DC's Highway to Hell as their like theme song, it's been almost a guarantee that whatever the spot song is for a PLE or a pay-per-view is a song I've never heard in my life. Maybe I found out whoever that was, but still.
Maybe it's just because you're old.
Maybe. It's a possibility. Actually, Skillet one time was one of the things, and it was for a show me and David went to.
Well, there you go.
Crazy.
But that was a while ago.
It's a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you don't know them now.
Right. I don't listen to popular music anymore.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn in the house in Providence. All right. Keep your eyes open for A and B. They're on like, that side. But
I don't know. Say Sami Zayn, again, the Diamond Dallas Page of 2025,
wearing those taped up ribs. Oh, Karrion Kross said, I ain't done with you yet. And just dropped him.
Oh, he's got that pipe. Oh my goodness. Another smack to the midsection. The weekend, the weekend was
Everybody's running out to stop him.
Right.
They just chunked the weapon down to the entrance.
Are they saying we want Cross? Interesting. Well, man, Sammy is gonna. I don't hate this feud. I like there being more work for Cross and more airtime for him and dragging this out a little bit, and also makes Sammy the underdog. He shines when he's an underdog, so
yeah.
He's going to be wearing that rib tape for like months, probably. Yeah, so we'll see how it comes across.
The crowd is chanting for Sammy.
Yeah. In the commercial break, yeah.
Oh, is this commercial break right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're in
I see, I
commercial
see,
now.
I see.
Yeah, anything with there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think that guy, one of the fans was like, I can fill in.
Was that A?
No, I'm just kidding.
You know, put me in, coach.
No, A always wants to go in and be a ref. Let's see. Shimonica, you got Stephanie for Raw, Bianca for SmackDown, and Lola for NXT, just for a fun pick. For the Battle Royal, Shimonica, honestly, I think Stephanie or Bianca, I mean, both of them would be way better picks for if that's for the Battle Royal. Absolutely.
All right, Sammy's like, I'm going to the ring.
Y'all remind me which person is Sammy facing? Is he facing
Bronson or Braun Breaker?
Sammy, Sammy, Sammy.
Adam Pierce is like, I just need you to sign this to not sue me if you die in this match now.
They should have let the fan fill in.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, they're taking Sammy to the back, but he keeps shaking it off.
Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so great if he got to come in as a last minute ref.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
J Money, no doubt.
Yes.
I like this back and forth because it's almost like Sammy's like this invisible rule of
Wrestling.
if I can get into the ring, then you have to leave me alone.
All right. And he did it. He threw himself in.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you need ribs for?
Right. I mean, they're just good for grilling.
I don't want to eat any Sami Zayn ribs.
Canadian ribs are probably hardly any meat on them at all. My goodness gracious. Shout out Teflon Don calling for Nia, your queen, to win that battle royal. Hey, she's gonna be tough to eliminate with she's got the size advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is Braun Breaker, George.
Okay. Yeah.
Sammy's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
If they really, it's like my jacket is off. That means I can't leave now. It's already done. I can't put it back on.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Adam, how many times does he have to say yes? Just walk away. Wow.
Man, if they really wanted to do something special, because you know he's going to eat at least one spear in this match after that rib attack. Have the man cough up some blood.
Oh my gosh.
Not for
He
real.
might actually though.
Honestly, Karrion Kross tagged him with that pipe. So even if it is a gimmick pipe, which it
better be,
absolutely should be. I mean, even getting tagged by a man as big and strong as Karrion Kross with a gimmick pipe, he's probably got a bruise under that tape.
Yeah.
And now, man, look at I'm too old to use words like aura, but just that presentation of that like smoke and like him just standing there, like not even blinking.
Sammy is
you could see the drone in the back.
I know sometimes
the drone just went and then like right out, like, oh crap, I'm in the shot. Like a boom mic, just.
Yeah.
He does look like his dad. I'll tell you that. He does look like Rick Steiner's baby boy and Scott Steiner's nephew.
Written off TV? No. Why?
No, I don't think it'll be written off TV. I just think he's going to continue to take a beating. I think this is the year.
See you in the afterlife.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is the valley of the shadow of death for Sammy, and I think next year at the Rumble in Saudi Arabia, he's gonna overcome. I think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble next year.
I would love that. I'd be so pumped.
Yeah, because it's gonna be in Saudi next year for the first time ever. And Saudis love a lot of the WWE superstars, but man, oh man, they do love Sammy.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be amazing. Shimonica with an early prediction. What do you say for Mania 41? Braun is born a single star and Seth cash in closer to Mania, and Braun was the Rumble of the Chamber.
I think Braun, you know what? I feel, oh my gosh, Braun's not even like,
He's toying with him.
Sammy's ribs brought to you by Applebee's. I want my Sammy's ain't Sammy's ain't Sammy's.
Oh, that's Chili's, not
I feel
Applebee's.
like
Sorry.
Braun's tan is highly dependent on what city they're in and whether or not they have good tanners.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what, guys? If you want to go to tanning places, you should just watch Braun Breaker every week. And like
Providence
clearly looks like a good tanning city. So if you're in Providence, get you a tan while you're there. Get some clam chowder.
It's definitely like more even than it has been in the past, but I would say it's a little more orangey. Like the last couple weeks, he's been looking like better, and then today he's a little orangey. But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's much better than he used to be, where it was like white underarms and whatnot.
Yeah, it wasn't like you said, very uneven, very
Yeah.
uneven.
Ain't no way you idiots cheered for him.
I love this level of engagement with Braun, with the fans. Like a lot of wrestlers don't have that level of comfort in their work to do that. Tanning facts, of course.
Gotta make myself useful, and it's not gonna be for wrestling. So.
Hey, it's all good.
Sammy's ribs gonna have some bronzer on it. Are they really? Oh, we already pulled the tape off.
Yeah.
Braun probably noticed.
It's like, let me take these wet naps off of you. Oh my gosh.
Like this isn't much of a match, right?
Braun play with it.
He absolutely is playing with his food. He looks like my dog with a treat, just like I'm gonna throw it up in the air a few times
before I devour it.
Oh,
but
but this is precisely what this match should be, to both elevate Karrion Kross's involvement.
My God,
Braun's danger.
All of Sammy is so red and banged up.
Yeah,
and then sympathy for Sammy. So.
Yeah. This is, like, again, not much of a match. Oh, man, that's probably the shot where he got hit with the pipe. You can see that bruising.
And that's the crazy thing, is that Braun Breaker doesn't need that kind of help to do damage in the ring. So Sammy's just going to have a bad night. His flight's going to be so uncomfortable wherever they go to next.
Yeah. Although I do feel like they tie his rib wrapping intentionally too tight so that he'll have extra markings when they take it off. So you'll be like, oh no.
That is really smart. Man, Sammy gets a desperation clothesline, and the crowd, it worked on the crowd. They're getting worked up here.
I need A and B to have those little big, like the signs that are like the big heads
yes.
of themselves
yes.
with their like channel logo on it.
Yes.
They can just hold up.
They absolutely need to do that. Yes. He just confirmed that he's sitting in the section that we were talking about.
We all need to contribute to buying those big head signs.
Spear out of midair, but Sammy rolls to the outside. That was game over. That was game over, but Sammy just rolled outside. Man. Braun's just like, whatever, get back in this ring and I'll end it when I feel like it. Whew. I don't like this thing he's doing now.
Call 911.
Yeah, right? Call the police.
As Titus O'Neil would say, oh my gosh, he's about to chase him around. Is he going to get him?
Oh my
Good Lord. Oh.
Honestly, he didn't get all that spear.
But still.
The Hogan impersonator at ringside is destitute. Hollywood Hogan is losing all hope, brother. The crowd, you barbarians chanting one more time. Ooh. Mm.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay Money. Make sure you all hit that like button for the video and subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss a Mark by Wrestling Goes Live. Thank you so much, brother. Absolutely, guys. Need that. Yeah, I mean, normally, Jay Money and another spear. This man This man has a family. I think you're absolutely right there, J Money. It's like Sammy made such refusing to walk away. That's Mike in like this is never like that's what Adam Pearce tried to do. But it is what it is. I got a little bit of a lag here, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. But we're back and rolling.
I like that you said that right as Sammy was literally rolling across.
We are. All right, lift your arms, Brian. Let's see how if you covered the pits this time. Here's him coming off the top and then getting caught.
Oh,
Jeez. There's just no way to not feel pain with that shot. Oh, and then again. He runs the ropes so fast.
Yes. Oh.
I mean, he was a shark, man. It was just blood in the water from the moment that moment started. For extreme situations, I get it, like when Brock rolled that kid in the wheelchair down a flight of stairs. I do remember that. Or when Nexus debuted, but not for a match Sammy wanted. Yeah, you don't want to overplay that, or else you start to lose meaning. Corey Graves is doing some excellent analytical work. Since Worlds Collide, when he was teamed up with Conan, he has found a new gear, and he's like, I want to give him so much credit because he stopped trying to be Bobby Heenan or Jesse Ventura as a heel commentator, and he's applying a lot more rationality and logic to his devil's advocate sort of takes. And I used to bag on Corey. I didn't think he was good enough to replace Pat for a while because I thought he was too snarky, too fan of his own work kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But since Worlds Collide, he's batting 1,000. Whatever he's decided to do differently has worked for him, and I hope he just stays on that nonstop.
I still miss Pat, though.
Pat's energy, I really enjoy it. And I think for the biggest shows, it's really like it really amplifies with a wild crowd.
Yeah. I mean, I always really like him because he's a fan. Like, yes. I mean, he talks like a fan.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah. There's your new day, guys. For those of you who didn't see. Grieving. You're an accomplice. The tag team division is dead. This is a marked moment for tonight, guys. Get ready for the poll. That's absolutely going to be one of the marked moments.
Yeah. The sad day. Yes.
Regardless of how stupid you dress, you don't get automatic matches. That's not what we have ever.
So sorry, Becky. Becky coming in. So sorry for your loss. Oh my gosh. No.
What did she say?
Becky, she's like, you know what was a good idea? Getting rid of Big E. I never liked that guy. Such a scumbag.
Becky.
What's also funny about that is that years ago, I'm talking decade ago on Twitter, Big E kept hitting on Becky Lynch's mom.
That's great.
So she put a little extra something into that line.
For her to say that then. That's great.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
They do look like the woman in the yard. I had to look it up.
The woman who said
remember. Hold on.
That's so good. The woman in the yard. J Money. Yes.
Yeah.
What's her name from in that last episode of The Bear we watched?
Yeah.
Danielle Deadweiler. She's in that movie.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh, that scumbag comment came to
How was the woman in the yard?
Yeah, J Money. How's the woman in the yard? We didn't get around to that one. I think it's on like HBO Max or something now. Huh. Okay, so you're on commercial, but they're giving like a personality profile of JD McDonough. I can't believe they're like not doing Oh. New Day in the Yard. Yep. Yeah. Well, George, I think Biggie's advances on Becky's mom were all done in jest. But even then, Big E's Twitter game and Becky Lynch's Twitter game are like Mount Rushmore of wrestler Twitter for that time. That was and so she was always like, "Leave my mom alone," and all this kind of stuff. So it's really funny. There's
I can imagine because Solomon doesn't even like when people hug me at
At
school.
school,
so-
other students. Yeah, absolutely. So it was definitely giving that vibe. Yeah. Yeah, New Day should be in a casket match. They should do a casket match against Judgment Day. Judgment Day, grieving New Day, caskets. Come on. Peacock. It's on Peacock. I knew I saw it. There's too many streaming services. First 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So it's hooked you in. You'll finish it. Okay. What are the chances of Nikki Bella winning in the Battle Royal? Better than I'm comfortable with. I'll say that. Because if she wins that Battle Royal, that means she's going to get another match on another card. And I love Legends. Look at my shelves, right? But I don't want Legends taking up airtime for
Nikki Bella, a legend?
being generous.
Okay.
I'm being generous with it.
That's not what I think of.
She's
I think of
from
legend.
She's the legend of the Divas era. So like when they got reality shows and stuff like that, like she was popular. But also, I don't want to cry Nepo baby, but her and her sister at the same time, she was dating John Cena and her sister dated and then married Daniel Bryan. And they have a kid together.
Yeah.
And their stepfather was like Vince McMahon's right-hand man for a while. So they were connected to some very popular, organically over performers and important people in the company when they were having their run. So
yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's a certain amount of nepotism that makes sense in wrestling, right? Like nobody gets the business like people in the business.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. So like Cody getting a lot, that makes sense. And back in the day too, like Dirty Dom. I honestly, yeah.
I mean,
talk about a guy who understands wrestling as Dominic Mysterio. I mean, and hate him all you want, but you can't deny that he understands what it takes to be successful in wrestling. And I don't know I'd go that far to give them that compliment though.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying necessarily for them. I'm just saying like
Becky Lynch, she understands for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I would just say if neither of them were in that same situation, I question what level of a featured performer those ladies would have been.
Nikki Bella is hot garbage. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't.
Fair.
Yeah, I won't judge you for that statement. Because you know what? For people that are, Sophie, The Woman in the Yard, it's a movie on Peacock.
Explain to me how two losers, two people who just lost last week to each other, have a title match against me, a triple threat.
I love Becky.
She might be the greatest female promo cutter of all time. I'm saying that off the cuff. I haven't thought about anybody else, but Becky is like two spots on Mount Rushmore of women's promo cutters.
Becky is the perfect combination of like beautiful, but you do believe she could beat you up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like high school or college, I would have been afraid to talk to her, I think.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, she could probably knock me out.
Yeah. And she's gorgeous.
Right.
It's the double whammy.
Two levels of intimidation. Yeah. Yeah. But also, there's this spot of her. There's this photo of her and Seth when they were on the red carpet or something. And she was like in this mode talking to an interviewer. And Seth was just like,
holding her bag.
Well, no, he was just kind of like this or whatever. And people were memeing that, being like, my husband said no mashed potatoes. And I'm like, yeah, I get that relationship from time to time.
What do you mean?
Listen,
I'm sweet.
couples who are ride or die for each other are goals.
Right.
You think the best women promo cutters, probably from the 80s and 90s, would you say that, Steven? Female promo cutters. I think of Sherry, sensational Sherry Martell. Here comes Bailey, by the way. I'm trying to think anybody else from the 90s who that was a woman that really cut a good promo. Medusa wasn't bad. I don't think Sable was good. I'll be honest, most of the Attitude Era I think were not good promos. But also promos wasn't what they were on the show for. Sunny was a good personality, but I wouldn't count her as cutting promos because she was mainly just, let me come down here in a skimpy outfit and sell merchandise. A little dead air time here.
The way I see it is that I should be standing here.
You're like she's about to start laughing.
For you 2 weeks ago.
AJ was a good promo. AJ Lee, for sure. I'm sorry, but could Becky interrupt this promo again?
I know. Like,
I'm so tired. You know what? I'm so tired of not caring what Bailey and Lyra are saying to each other week after week that I'm starting to cheer for Becky to win this match.
I mean, I was going to cheer for Becky to win this match no matter what, but yeah, for sure.
She's looking like she's wearing the Big Show's tracksuit.
I love it.
Like, that's a little, yeah. No, I mean, but that's like her and Seth are both like, wild fashion people.
Yeah.
Is this some plot twist? I thought we all thought that was what happened.
Your voice was there. But I remember this one thing that you said.
Lyra wants Big Bird as her manager. Not a bad list. I tell you what, J Money.
Fun.
I've got I'm gonna start a series once I can be disciplined enough to make non-live videos again of Mount Rushmore lists. And there's going to be matches, performers, promos, maybe not that bad. And there's not a ton of female talkers, but still, it's worth mentioning.
George said he thinks Lyra is getting better, which, I mean, yeah.
That's true.
I think she is good, like, on her own, but the chemistry of conversation in the ring is not great.
Yeah. Lyra and Bailey paired off together has me losing interest, and it's a risky thing. I agree Lyra's getting better, I really do, but when you put her in there with Becky, it really is like being thrown in the deep end.
Yeah. Because Becky's the best. Becky's the man.
She is the man. This crowd, oh my gosh, this crowd's not even saying what. They're just sitting there. It's unfortunate. Oh, that's when you know it's serious. Oh, Bailey tossed out. Look out. Trying to get us caught up a little bit. I was a little bit that. I just wanted to. Okay, so wrestling, you've heard of boy math and girl math, right?
Right.
Wrestling math is that Lyra stood tall at the end of this fight, so she's losing the match on Sunday.
Great.
That's wrestling math.
Got it.
So now, yeah. I do hate what chance, Sophie. The reason I was pointing out that they weren't saying it, just in my interpretation, showed just how bored they were with that segment.
Yeah.
Lyra does have a sing-along song, and the crowd is starting to get behind it. It's just a bunch of wooing, but you know what? That's just a good, Jelly Roll is going to be on SmackDown, everybody. Can I say something kind of rude?
I literally was like, I hope he doesn't say the joke.
Well, I didn't come up with the joke. It's a joke I read online. Now that I've said it.
I know you have to now, but I was like thinking, don't say it. And then you did.
Someone, and I'm not protecting their identity. I just can't remember who said it. Okay. So if you like Jelly Roll, more power to you. Okay. He seems like a decent human being. This is not an insult on Jelly Roll. But I heard someone say Jelly Roll is music for people who have tattoos of their children but don't have custody of them.
So rude. Very rude.
And the really sad thing about that was that the comment section was actually filled with people like, that's actually true in some cases that I know. But that's wild stuff.
But he seems like a nice person.
Oh yeah, he seems like a great human being.
Kissing people after he pins them.
Rusev, he's got this weird gimmick where he's like calling himself the Redeemer a little bit, like it's this sort of absolving kind of thing. It's weird. Seth
punch you as like that kiss you after.
I mean, technically, he kicks them in the face when he does it, so you have to do that. So Seth didn't get the memo. They're all wearing black now. I don't know why he's throwing purple in there.
Jelly Roll is supposed to be wrestling in the future. Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean, he did do. What did he do? Dropped an elbow or something at an event.
He choke slammed The Miz, I think, or Austin Theory. It was Austin Theory. He choke slammed at SummerSlam last year. Sami Zayn out of action indefinitely, guys.
I know. He's so orange.
So orange. What are the tangerine, bro? For real. You know what? If Sammy's legit like taking a vacation or something like that, Rickardy, thank you for joining the crowd, my friend. Okay. Sami Zayn was already doing the Diamond Dallas Page rib tape thing, right? And so anyway, here's Jay.
Here's Jay.
Sorry, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if he walked by AJ and Becky? So,
oh my gosh,
so that's why.
Would be amazing.
So anyway, Rickardy, Sammy's ribs were already injured. He had a match that he went into with Braun Breaker,
and he got speared 5,000 times,
3 times,
or 5,000.
Well, or 5,000, yeah. So he just got utterly destroyed. Okay, so they're actually over to the left. They're not in his aisle.
Dang, Becky, run over there.
Yeah, run. Go yeet with Jay, Becky. Hobble over there.
He was trying to get the kid to
try to get him on rhythm.
With him, but he was just like, no, I gotta eat.
Oh my gosh. Right.
Can't stop to eat.
Yeah.
Look at this lady back behind there.
I'll admit, when they go to like some places and I'm like, oh Jay, I hope you find a kid that has rhythm.
Look.
Oh my gosh, look at this kid's mullet. He got a mullet like Jay and everything. Please have the.
He's like, do it with me.
Yeah. I think when he saw that haircut on that kid, he's like, I'm gonna give him one.
Yeah.
That other little kid trying to steal a spotlight.
Right.
Boy, sit your butt down.
That was cute.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, like, well, I don't really care if you guys hate Jay or not. Like, this isn't a Jay hating crowd, but like other pockets of the internet do that. But it has been such a long time since a performer has really captured the imagination of the kids in the crowd. Cody does too, but like,
Babe, your fave wrestler, John Cena, he does that all the time.
only if those kids are dying. He don't do nothing for the well kids. Selfish. No. But as a gimmick, you know. But yeah, man, the way
I just can't resist the urge to pick at you.
I know, but that's what makes our chemistry what it is.
Right.
Yeah, I think Jay's captured the crowd more than Cody for sure. I don't think Cody has lost anything. But the way they respond to Jay, especially in the entrance, is just unreal.
It's super fun.
Yes.
You know? So it's like, I think even apart from him, like, people would like to participate in the fun of that.
Yeah.
And so then you add in that he's so likable.
Yeah, absolutely. Rickardy, Ron Killings is going to face Aleister Black on SmackDown this week. So he's on there. He's on the card for that. Oh no, that's right, Lauren. She's a big fan of both wrestlers in this match. So you got to choose between Yeet Chin Music or the violent teddy bear, Bronson Reed. And the Australian teddy bear. I have a really, never mind. I'm not going to do 2 off-color jokes in one broadcast. All right.
Keep it together, Steven.
Sorry.
My gosh.
I think it's a joke I've made to you before. So, but nevertheless, Teflon Don said only the Make-A-Wish kids are the only ones who can see Cena.
Yeah.
Because he's a thestral. That was my joke. That's a Harry Potter joke for any of you who heard me on that one. I will not explain it. You can go Google it. But yeah.
Wow.
No. God bless John Cena, the man.
Pray for you.
Yeah. Please do every day. I'm hopeless. Thank you. Pray for you too. Man, they yeet all the way through the commercial break. That's a lot of cardio. No wonder Jay wrestles a little slow from time to time. I mean, he's blown up by the time the match starts sometimes.
Nah, he's got that endurance from repeated cardio.
Yeah. I think eventually, like when he first started yeeting and then they started asking for encores, he was like,
yeah.
But he got it. Oh,
I just noticed that his earrings are the little palm tree.
Oh, nice synergy.
Yeah.
We're still in commercial break, by the way.
Like that, but they just zoomed in on it, and the shape of it is the palm tree.
Wow.
Now
they're running back the theme song already again in the commercial
He's so
break.
silly.
He is.
Dude, the crowd is just popping.
I really wish we would see AJ and Becky.
I know, like that drone could come in a little bit tighter. I should have been paying attention to that more during the commercial break, because then we could screenshot it or something.
I agree. I don't think Jay knew the yeet thing would be successful either. Like, I think that was a happy accident. But that's where some of the best stuff in wrestling comes from, is just feeling the crowd and doing a thing, and all of a sudden they attach onto something. So
Make-A-Wish kid. Can I see John Cena? Parent. No. Now,
No.
Billy.
you know you can't. Love it. Thank you, Jay Money, for that. Oh my gosh, so good. Wait, George, is Ronda Rousey recently roasting Nikki Bella about her and John Cena, or was that like back in the day? I can't remember. All right, I really like Bronson Reed's entrance. It feels like, again, like a tsunami warning, like an actual weather pattern, and mixed with sort of this Godzilla kind of imagery.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like a monster is being released.
Yeah.
The way Paul Heyman's just like holding his cell phone, like just like
Yes.
out for a stroll.
Right. All right, guys. You know what? What's your tsunami count in this match? How many tsunamis do you think Jay is going to take? We saw 3 spears from Sammy. Do you think there'll be 3 tsunamis for Jey Uso, or higher or lower? This brought to you by not DraftKings, because we don't have any sponsorships at this channel. But you know, with more hours, we'll eventually get there. 7 tsunamis, says Justin.
7.
That's 1 more than he gave Seth Rollins. Rickardy says none. Sophie says 4 or 5. Teflon Don says 6. I'm going to say 3. Keep it even.
I'm gonna go 1.
Okay. Allison's going 1. But I tell you this right now. If Jay gets the Sammy treatment, just sort of a wrestling math again, I think Penta beats Seth Rollins. I just don't think they clean sweep these guys all in one night. So in that regard, Jay could win. Yes, 7 tsunamis would warrant Cole going overboard. You're right.
Okay, I have to go refill my drink.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Can you bring me some water while you're at it too?
No. I'm just kidding. Yes.
About to hit another tsunami, guys. Pray for my ribs. No. I think B likes them both. Yeah, I mean, I think we all have a healthy respect for Bronson Reed because he's a throwback to an old school monster. Like, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Bam Bam Bigelow in his prime, but like that was a big man who could move and could also like hurt somebody, you know? It's just brutal. Oh, are you going to make me do this on camera? Okay, it's all good. Bear with me for a second, everybody. There we go.
Okay, so I will get you water.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Jay throwing the shirt in his face with that last punch. I like that little added touch. I thought Jay was about to do a little Cody thing there, dropping down with the uppercut. Braun says like Bam Bam Vader and Earthquake. Yeah, Earthquake. Earthquake was that kind of dude too. Earthquake was a little bigger. Earthquake and Vader were both a little bit bigger than Bam Bam, just not by much. But and also Earthquake wore that singlet like Bronson does too. Yeah, Mark Henry got a little Mark Henry in him as well. Bundy was bigger, Sophie, but he was slower too. He wasn't fast and nasty like Bronson Reed. I really feel like Bam Bam and Vader, those kind of guys. That's right, George. I forgot all about LA Knight. Umaga probably one of the nastiest, like fast big men. Yeah, you're right about that, Justin. I always forget about Umaga. Umanga, as William Regal used to call him. Yeah, I think Jay's luggage might have got lost. Homie's just wearing black gym shorts. I didn't even notice because, you know, he usually wears his merch t-shirt anyways. And Yeet Chin Music just knocks him right out of the desk chair. But you can always get a merch shirt at the building. Yeah. Good call, J Money. So here's the thing about Big Show. If you want to see some really crazy Big Show stuff, go watch him when he was the Giant. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's a DQ. Jey Uso went for a suicide dive, and Bronson Reed just yeeted the desk chair in his face. Oh, man, that was nasty. And here comes a tsunami. Get your counts up, everybody. We're getting one. Whoo! Technically, it happened after the match, but still. Oh, we're about to get 2. Somebody going to save Jay? 2. We're up to 2, everybody. pounding his chest. And now here comes Adam Pearce like, dude, I don't have any more baby faces left. Stop. Did anybody have 2 in their tsunami count? We had somebody say 1, and I know I said 3. Some people said 3 or 4. 1 and 3. Got it. Yeah, we met right in the middle. Oh, Bronson Reed yeeting on the outside, too. Wow. Oh, boy. All right, and that takes us to the ad break. My goodness gracious. That's true. Yeah, that's true, J Money. He may still be back. And I'm watching the commercial break, but Bronson Reed is left. I see him leaving the leaving the aisle. So he's left the arena area. But they are still tending to Jey Uso. I'm just sitting here imagining, like, for the commercial break, he's going to stand up and then he's going to start yeeting again, and he's going to do that for 2.5 minutes before they come back. Well, as Jesse Ventura would say back in the day, Jey Uso, you may have won the battle, but you lost the war in that particular match. And now Jey Uso is being helped to the back by Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle's son, according to storyline. Oh, my. Lauren Biggs said, breaking news, Karen Kishi, which is a nickname for Rikishi, furious with WWE after those tsunamis. He is the ultimate, like, sports dad. He has turned into, anytime Jey Uso is not treated like the greatest of all time, he gets on his podcast. He's like, what are they doing to my boy? Mm-hmm. I'm like, you don't cry about this when they don't do nothing for Jimmy Uso.
He's fine.
Can't argue with that. Oh, my gosh. I know, right? So crazy.
I walk away for one drink, and y'all let Jay get destroyed.
Lad, why'd you let that happen, buddy?
Can't trust y'all for nothing.
Yeah, well, you know, Bronson Reed's a force of nature. What?
Happy.
Sean, you ain't wrong, man. Chad Gable would have been the pick. Dragon Lee. Hey, Dragon Lee and El Grande Americano taking on tonight. Or Del Grande Americano. That's my, I don't even know what that was. But I suspect that the man under the mask might be a little more imperialistic. And there's our channel mascot, Lad, over here, who also acknowledges Miss Mark by Wrestling more than anyone else than he acknowledges in the house. So, yeah. We've got Dragon Lee versus El Grande Americano and Penta versus Seth Freakin' Rollins. And, yeah, versus El Grande Wiener Schnitzel in the show coming up soon. 40th edition of Saturday Night's Main Event. Okay. If I ever do a list for top could have been wrestlers, you got a few names for me. Hey, good to know, man. There's so many what could have been wrestlers, you know.
Me?
Cut short. Yeah, you could have been. You would have been better than Nikki Bella. Oh, we got a promo from LA Knight. Yeah. We're turning up the volume for LA Knight. We cheer for LA Knight in this house.
Okay.
Very affectionate tonight.
Trying to get all the way in my lap.
Oh.
Kind of large for that.
He's like, no, I'm just a baby. I'll give him this. I'm really happy that they're not making it some foregone conclusion that LA Knight is some stepping stone for Seth Rollins. They're trying to make him out to be some kind of threat. I absolutely believe that he could cost Seth Rollins tonight for Penta to win, or CM Punk could cost Seth Rollins, and LA Knight could beat Seth Rollins at Saturday night's main event. But we'll see what the future holds. Dream matches, unfulfilled dream matches. Sophie, that's a great list as well. Those would be great as well. I would love to see those. And I want to give you guys some thoughts too, like when I make these videos coming up soon of like my sort of Mount Rushmore lists and stuff. I always say this, but hey, buddy, these are going to be my favorites, not necessarily the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of time we try to make wrestling too objective, and people love different things about wrestling, and that's kind of one of the things we want our channel to be, is a place where we can share the things that give us joy in wrestling. And so that's why I always try to use words like favorite and least favorite instead of best and worst. Because someone's worst match, someone's favorite. Dave Meltzer once gave Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant -4 stars at WrestleMania 3. And I'm like, dude, you're a dummy. That was a genre defining match. Oh man, we're going way back with Io and Rhea. That's wild.
You're so large.
Are you having fun watching Raw, Lad? Are you? You having a good time? You want to say hi to everybody?
Very heavy.
Yes. Rock and HBK, that's a good one. AJ Styles and HBK is a good one. I better not go through all these lists because then I'll make a video and none of y'all will want to watch it because we'll have already talked about it. But anyway, yeah, some good ones for sure. I know what my number one would be for sure, so I'm not going to say it. He's literally, you're trying to push me away on my own show? On my own show? This is what it's like trying to sleep at night, too, sometimes. Yes. Thank you, Dossie, for everyone who said there's not a build to Evolution. I hope you're watching this segment. You seen it. There been a build for this match. There has been a build. Oh my gosh, dog. So funny. Wow.
He doesn't do this when you're recording?
No. When it's just me, he goes and sleeps in the corner. Oh my. Oh man. Yeah, the original announced date for Evolution was last weekend, but they pushed it.
Yeah, I have to kick you off because you're killing me. Come on.
Dog is the star of the show, man. Always. Always wanting to be the center of attention. My goodness gracious. All right. I'm not uninterested in the build for Io and Rhea. I already know why they're beefing because this beef has been, aged beautifully like a prime rib. It's been around for a while. I'm just ready to see the match. At this point, I'm like, you've already sold me. If there was such a thing as having a bad build, this would be a match that I'd be okay with a bad build because you know what? I just want to see them go at it because they have great chemistry in the ring together. The indomitable personality of Rhea, the dominant performer that she is. Io just happens to be her kryptonite, which makes for a great in-ring storytelling in the match. And I hope they tell that story in the match, that Rhea is still having a hard time overcoming Io and that maybe even she'd be tempted to take underhanded tactics because she's so desperate to beat someone she can't beat. And I would love for that. I would absolutely love that. Bret Hart and Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8 had a similar. Here comes El Grande. The mariachi version of Stars and Stripes Forever is just, I say it every time. Dun, 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 dun. Here he comes.
You like him almost as much as you like Chad Gable.
Almost. It's close. This is hilarious. From the Gulf of America. J Money, yes, we are going to see Superman this week. I'm very excited. I'm about to text A and B right now, like, why aren't you cheering for El Grande?
Well, let's just have them fight each other, and then we'll know.
Right? I don't know why they haven't booked a match. Well, Chad Gable's hurt right now, so they can't book that match now, but they probably should have done that before.
Right.
So.
This luchador in the ring is a good foot taller than Gable / El Grande Americano. And how do you know that? Well, because I'm looking at the man. If you can tell how all somebody is just by looking at them from, say, I don't know, 15, 20 feet away, I wonder if
I really think that is Chad Gable in there tonight.
Yeah.
His head looks too small.
El Grande had his knees done. That's why it's exactly, Lauren. There are men who do that, who get a surgery and they get their knees extended or their legs extended.
Yeah, what's the movie we just watched?
Materialists.
Mm-hmm.
That was a point in the movie Materialists that some men do that to be more attractive to women.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, he's probably a little insecure about his body. And we should be sensitive about that.
But I'm confused.
What? Chad Gable's 5'8", Kaiser is 6'4". What's you want to say? I like this. It could be so many people that speak different languages, like Omos. Then we can have a face reveal. The man comes out, so everyone can just play one character. Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, this ended in tragedy with Owen Hart's passing, but before that, they were doing a similar angle to this with the Blue Blazer, where they were putting different men under the mask, and that's a pretty. It was a silly gimmick then. And obviously it gets forgotten because of the unfortunate tragedies surrounding it. But nevertheless, it wouldn't be the worst idea to keep rotating people under the mask, especially while Gable is legit injured right now. So.
Okay, so it's Ludwig under there.
So yeah,
okay,
that's
like, literally it's not him because it's not his stocky body or his big head.
Yeah, no. So Chad Gable had to have shoulder surgery
Okay,
last
I was
week.
like staring and saying I was confused.
Sorry.
I'm so confused.
But yeah, it's the big. The prevailing theory now is that it's Kaiser under the mask now because he was
100%. Like once that was said, I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Because the way he walks, you can tell it's type.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Jack Black 1 week would be great. Little Nacho Libre action.
He would actually look more like Chad Gable.
True. Nacho. I've watched that in a long time. He's the best. Man, WWE is doing so many podcasts now. I can't really. Kevin Hart would be funny under El Grande. Jelly Roll is El Grande Americano. Okay, if he's gonna do an angle, Jelly Roll is El Grande Americano. I would watch that.
That'd actually be really great.
Jelly roll for hashtag Jelly roll for El Grande. Or you could have the New Day as El Grande. You know, just the certain kinds of heels. All right, Dragon Lee and El Grande. I mean, all silliness aside, this could be a really entertaining match. Okay. What do we got here? Oh. Corey Graves dropping dimes on commentary right now, talking about older masked wrestlers. Dusty Rhodes as the Midnight Rider, Andre the Giant as the Giant Machine. Some all crazy stuff. Oops, sorry.
My ex under the mask.
Oh my. Gracias.
It's Ricochet under the
Oh
mask.
my gosh, Ricochet. He had to wear the mask because he's bald. Oh my. Johnny Knoxville would be funny.
Oh.
You know, it's like a Mandalorian. You can't take it off.
Right. I mean, you pretty much get excommunicated
Right.
from the group.
Right.
And the pose. Oh, good kick by Dragon Lee. Clothesline over the top. El Grande trying to get his bearings. Sliding drop kick. Dragon Lee going to try to clear the ring. Getting the crowd behind him. Hornswoggle. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
It is kind of quiet under this match. I mean, they're more interactive than they've been at a couple other points. But
Yeah.
You would think they'd be a little more into this.
Yeah, I think they might be tired from all the yeeting.
It's 3 Diglets.
That's 3 Diglets. That's
Has to be.
El Diglo Americano. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania. That one's mine.
That one's yours. Not bad.
I don't mind if you want it. I mean, I'm just saying if you were going for yours, that one's mine.
It's A under the mask.
Corey Graves is doing great work here, man. The gaslighting he's pulling on Michael Cole is so much fun to me. It's like, oh, so luchadors can only speak Spanish, huh, Michael? That's how that works? Shane McMahon. A younger Shane would have been fun.
Mr. Kennedy. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh man, yeah, he's retired now. He left WWE not long after we got married, and then he went to wrestle for TNA, which was the company where AJ Styles was really famous before he came to WWE. And he spent a good amount of time there, had a good run there. But after that, I'm not sure if Kennedy or Ken Anderson, his name, if he went anywhere else after TNA or if he just kind of hung it up after that. But he might have been one of those guys who just kind of was older than he looked, maybe. I don't know.
I think that, okay. I don't have to Google.
His name is Ken Anderson, though. Oh, my.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what's his name? Oh no, I had to. Okay, I had to sing the whole song before I got to it. I was like, he is kind of like the precursor for Joe Hendry to me.
Oh, yeah, he did have a Mr. Kennedy and Joe Hendry do have some similar features for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a certain bravado in their presentation. I believe in Joe Hendry. But yeah, y'all need to holler at A and B like they're not bringing the heat tonight.
Don't hate on the
NWA.
indie. I bet they're out there screaming.
This would be the perfect time to see if we could hear B. I should text them and be like, make B scream real loud and see if we can hear it on TV. I am going to do that. I'm going to see what happens. Well, now chants are coming, so I don't know if we will. If we get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, we're
probably
10
not.
seconds away from coming back
Oh,
from
but,
commercial.
El Grande Americana quieted the crowd.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see
And
if they stay
He's
quiet.
about to pull off the mask, but then they went to commercial break. Oh, no. Oh, that was on commercial break, right?
Yeah, so now we're off it. All right, I texted them. We'll see what happens. Oh, what a power bomb from Dragon Lee.
Yeah, Miss Randy Orton, I need to know how he dropped 100 pounds. So
Yeah,
I would
He
like
went
that
on a-
diet plan.
he went on a crash diet for sure. All right, we have I just got confirmation from A that they are going to give it a shot, and he will text when he'll text when. I'm listening for it now so much.
Yeah, he was trying to take the mask off.
Uh-huh. Oh, a drop, corner drop. Did you hear that? Was that it? Now every time I hear a lone voice, I'm going to think it was her. She thinks El Grande is Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know. Oh, chop. Do you see that T-shirt with the Pringles man face on it? That's a Dominic Mysterio shirt. So great. Wow. I didn't see that the first time, but jumping off the ropes and into that neck breaker was nasty work.
I feel like now we've just gotten quiet trying to hear Becky.
I know. I've stopped talking trying to hear Becky. Okay. He said she can't scream that loud, but A said he's going to scream, I know it's you, Ludwig. Oh, goodness.
Gosh, that laid so painful.
Only two. Goodness
Look at it.
gracious. Oh. Dragon Lee over the top. Now throwing El Grande back in there. Oh, loading up the mask. Rolls through. Oh, flying headbutt. And that's that. Okay. You heard him. Awesome. I did not hear him, but I wasn't listening out for it either. But we can watch it back, though, and go to hear it.
Listen that to.
Okay. I will. We're going to send evidence to them that they were heard. They both screamed Ludwig Kaiser, they said. There's Penta. And here's Paul Heyman. Heyman speaking Spanish. Oh, Braun's here. Ha!
Period.
I'm so glad they're letting Braun Breaker have a personality bigger than a dog who barks at the mailman.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, I hate it when he does that. What does it even mean? Like, I love that. So commercial break, but Karrion Kross is getting a promo in commercial
Maybe
break.
Scarlett will say something more than no.
Right. Oh, and they're showing a replay of him hitting Sami Zayn.
Started watching Love Island. I only know about it from TikTok clips, and it seems a bit
much. Yeah. A and B send their love, by the way, everybody. They appreciate your listening ears. And heard it. I didn't catch that before when they stole the pipe from Karrion Kross and threw it away. He goes, I was just kidding.
Wasn't that great footage?
Krauts cheering Kross, though. We want Kross chance. This is the man. Well, now you got me.
Every single week you come out here, Sammy, I'm going to come out here too. And I'm going to let's get back with a steel rod.
There is a sign behind Karrion Kross that says CM Punk have my babies. That's wrong.
Sammy, it's very simple. All I need you to say is Kross told the truth.
I get that. Sometimes you got to beat a man with a pipe to get him to admit that you told the truth.
Because let's tell the truth, Sammy. I am the devil of the devil. Versus you, the devil. They don't.
He said he's the devil they know versus Sammy, the devil they don't.
Tapping his ear, too, and like the crowd is with me. We want Kross chance. I feel like he is playing with the last bit of money. Whoa, okay, dude. Well, hey, man. I'm an affectionate man, and you love your wife. And you want to kiss her. I'm not going to. Don't worry. It's not going to happen. It's all good. But anyways, you know what this is starting to remind me of is Bray Wyatt did an angle with Daniel Bryan back in the day, which happened at a time that people didn't really want it to because they wanted Daniel Bryan to be wrestling for the title in that time. So it was kind of a detour for him. But the angle itself was really great. And had one of the loudest moments. Watch Daniel Bryan had like his moment to have comeuppance
Mhm.
on Bray Wyatt, back when Bray was just full on bad guy. So I'm starting to like kind of get behind this. I mean, I want to be behind Cross anyways, because all those chants are a clear indicator of like, we love Cross the man
Yeah.
and we want him on our show more.
Yeah.
And if he's getting that when he's not, I feel like he's auditioning every week. I wouldn't say to keep his job, but to keep getting promotions, so to speak.
Yeah.
And like, I think he's hitting it. They give him like, we're going to give you a minute and a half
Yeah.
of commercial time.
Right.
And he knocks it out of the park in the arena. Hopefully he'll get more TV time next week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what we get. Well, Stephanie Vaquer likely to be in the Battle Royal as well. Yeah, we get La Primera in a video package, but she's not getting that. Okay. All right. Join me tomorrow for NXT. We will learn the Battle Royal participants tomorrow. So that's pretty dope that they're giving that reveal to NXT. They don't always do that. They never do that. All right, here comes your world champion, not Bill Goldberg, Gunther. You know what? Story time, everybody. Come on in for this. When we first started dating, no, it's not bad. When we were dating, and you first started watching Raw with me and my brother, you would give your analysis of different wrestlers and stuff.
Sure.
You remember JBL?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what your
I was like, he just looks like somebody's dad.
JBL just looks like somebody's dad? Think about 2008, 2009. Watching Goldberg come in to the ring with that black T-shirt and jeans, which I can only assume
Gunther come in.
Did I say that? Gunther? Yes.
Goldberg.
Sorry, Gunther. Yeah. I can only assume that T-shirt is tucked into those pants.
Oh, for sure.
Wearing that belt. Tell me he doesn't look like somebody's dad.
Oh,
too.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, I love that.
I just think, he looks like angry dad, so I'd be less likely to say it. Where JBL just literally looked like somebody's dad. Like,
yes,
you can play kickball in the backyard. I got the burgers on the grill.
Right. And meanwhile, Gunther's like, I have an important meeting in the other room.
Yeah,
be quiet.
Gunther's like, I'm cleaning my guns over here or something scary.
Yes, exactly. Sophie, so they said a title shot at Clash at Paris. So you would have to imagine that it's going to be the Raw title or SmackDown title. So yeah, if an NXT woman wins, then I guess they do get a call up, or at least they get that title shot. Because I was thinking, it could be the NXT title, but they're not going to put an NXT title match on Clash in Paris. It's only going to be main roster, title shots. So. I'm so happy that he refers to Goldberg as Bill Goldberg. The only person who routinely does that is Bret Hart, who hates Bill Goldberg with a fiery passion. To be fair, he blames Bill Goldberg for ending his career, which he had a large part in, which is true. But again,
JBL equals Hank Hill.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, good grief. Give the big muscly man a muscle car. Providence, you're making all this noise and you couldn't make this noise for El Grande and Dragon Lee. Shame.
He's so proud of himself. He wants to smirk right now.
Yes. Well, Goldberg is here. Bill Goldberg is in the house. Former Georgia Bulldog, former Atlanta Falcon, former WCW champion. Oh, wow. I didn't know the curtains also look like the walls in their little setup.
Look at him. He's trying to find a smile.
Yeah. Sorry, he just looks like the convenience store was out of stock of his favorite kind of beer. He just looks agitated. He's going to be like, now listen here, Gunther. The property line starts here. Your fence is 2 inches too close. Your ass has been talking too much crap.
I love it.
This is not a holy moment. It's not.
No. Okay.
You know what, though?
No.
I will. Wrestling math, everybody.
Wrestling math. I'm here for it if it means Goldberg loses.
No. No. I know they're not having Gunther pretend like he's running from Goldberg. Okay, that's lame. I'm out of this whole segment.
I'm not here, bro.
Boo.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. And like, listen, if you love Goldberg, good for you. There was a time in my life where I did when he was younger.
Hobbling in the ring.
Right. But chanting that at Goldberg staring and catching his breath staring at Gunther embarrasses wrestling fans.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to roll my eyes. Where's the crowd? Oh, they're just, I guess, just Goldberg posing in the ring. If I'm going to roll my eyes at them chanting "This is awesome" at Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson, just staring at each other in the ring and not doing anything, I'm going to have to say that about this too. It was just foolishness. All right, yeah, we got Randy and Drew Saturday as well.
Last match.
No, it's not interesting. I don't want more Goldberg in my life. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. And it's Clueless Barbie versus Cowgirl Barbie. Not Clueless as in Tiffany's stupid, but she just dresses like Alicia Silverstone from Clueless as a wrestler to me. I really, well, I don't know if that's WWE math because Gunther didn't take the spear. I was hoping he would take the spear. But now I don't know.
Well, that tag match is going to be great.
And then JC Jane and Jordan Grace. And then, yeah, Naomi and Jade is no holds barred. That'll be a lot of fun, too. I will say this. No, never mind. It wouldn't work. Because the next show after Saturday night's main event is SummerSlam. So if Goldberg won, he'd have to defend at SummerSlam. I was thinking I would love if Goldberg beat Gunther, I'd love to see Gunther get a rematch at Clash in Paris. And Paris would absolutely love Gunther beating Goldberg, I believe. But I don't think they'll make it that long. Goldberg would have to have a title defense at SummerSlam, which is before Clash in Paris. So,
all right, here's Penta. Walking and not strutting. Oh, there's Grayson Waller talking with
the grievance day.
The grieving day again. So funny. There's Seth with his fur coat.
It has been a weird look tonight for Paul Heyman holding his cell phone every time he's holding the briefcase. I'm like, did your suit not come with any pockets, Paul?
Right.
What are you doing, man? Now, here's the funny thing. Is it like in the early 90s when Paul Heyman was a manager, he used to carry one of those big Zach Morris phones with him everywhere.
Yeah.
And it would be like a manager's weapon he would use and stuff. So in a way, I'm like, are you just carrying a phone because like it's an Easter egg for the old days? But It looks dumb when it's a little iPhone.
Right.
Speaking in a global language. He did have a cell phone when he was in the bloodline, yeah. Well, I think Penta, he didn't steal La Parka's strut. It's not exactly the same. I think he remixed it a little bit because La Parka had a whole like strut, spin around, hop on one leg stuff. But yeah, Paul has those tight pockets. Well, that's true. Maybe he can't put his phone in because he's a tight pocketed man. Just ask anybody who worked for ECW in the late 90s and early 2000s. He was known for not paying his performers back then when he was a promoter. Not because he was cheap, but because he just was out of money. Yeah, being one of those things. Man, oh man. All right. Well, what match are you guys looking forward to the most at Evolution? All right. Well,
this is such a random assortment of people.
Yes, it is. These are like the leftovers of a group. Maxine and Natalia and Tozawa are being interviewed on the commercial break. So both these ladies are going to be in the Battle Royal. They're confirming. Jade and Naomi. That's the match you're looking for, George. Okay. Evolution is Sunday, J Money. Saturday is Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event. Evolution is coming on. Hold on. I'll give you the exact time. It'll be on at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Dumb interview segment. Sorry, ladies. Just didn't care. Yes, 5 p.m. Central. J Money. Yes, sir. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Maxine and Natty have some sort of malfunction at the junction and end up eliminating each other. Okay, here comes Penta. Everybody get your strut ready. Cero miedo. My daughter speaks Spanish. She should know what that means. But I'm not going to quiz her right now. Rickardy, I don't know if I'm going to do a watch along for Saturday night's main event yet. I'm pretty confident A and B will. It just depends. I'll have to see how I'm feeling when we're doing Great American Bash. Mrs. Marked by Wrestling just knocked out a killer Penta strut. I'm sure she would have done it back here, but there's not enough space to really walk back here, so she did it over there, which coincidentally happened to be off camera. But
that's just for you.
Thanks. I enjoyed it. It was fantastic. Marry a lady who will do the Penta strut, gentlemen. Yeah. So I don't yet know if I'll do a Saturday night's main event. Honestly, probably need to if I'm going to get memberships available for you guys. I need to be on as much as possible. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, am I going to have the steam to get through 2 shows and a third one on Sunday? But I think maybe I can make it.
I'll caffeinate you.
Okay. Well, I'm getting motivation here. So, yeah, I'll be on all weekend, baby. We're going to do this. Marked by Wrestling is going to hit all 3 shows for you. Obviously, show your love to A and B as well, because we wouldn't be here without them. But at the same time, yeah, come rock with me for all 3 shows this weekend, and we will have a good time. We'll have a great time. Cero miedo. And that's a great mask. Yeah. I never thought that the Penta would be so over as a singles act that now on SmackDown, his brother and former tag team partner Ray Phoenix is now tag teaming with Andrade instead. And they're doing a killer job as a tag team as well. If you guys didn't watch SmackDown last week, Ray Phoenix and Andrade tagged up against Fraxium. And that match was NXT level tag team quality. It was so good. And I really think Andrade and Phoenix have a great future ahead of them as a team. So if Penta still stays strong as a singles act, I don't think we have to worry about Phoenix getting left behind. Him and Andrade might have found what they both needed to keep their heads above water and creative right now.
All right, well, here comes the visionary.
What's funny? All right, Teflon Don, I am holding you to that, my brother. Get your questions ready, and we're going to have our questions of the day going through a lot of shows. Run a few deep, man, and we'll go through it together.
I have to land on my answer. I'm going to go Montez because you convinced me on the Hardys don't have to give us any more of their health and well-being.
Yeah.
So I'll go Montez as my final
Okay.
answer.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, George, I think you're right. I think the Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix and Penta, they'll absolutely reunite at some point eventually. I 100% believe that. I believe they were probably aiming to get them at the same time, but Phoenix couldn't get released from AEW soon enough. So, yeah. I don't know how people could do all four, Sophie, because All In is happening at the same time. Sorry, guys. As both shows on Saturday. J Money, no, I have not seen Penta without his mask, but I've known never to underestimate what an unmasked luchador looks like. Most of those gentlemen are uncomfortably handsome, I have to say.
I was going to say, and look younger than him. Like Rey Mysterio, I'm always like, huh?
Rey Mysterio unmasked in 1999 when he was in WCW, which is a decision a lot of people, including Ray, regret them doing. However, Trey Licano, hey, dude, good to see you, man. Anyway, Ray looked 13 years old.
Yeah.
Like which is crazy.
Face for real.
I mean, he only looks like 17 now.
Right.
It's crazy. He looks younger than Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do I think there'll be shenanigans? 100%. This show has paid off the foreshadowing of shenanigans all night long. So, Ray. What's funny is Ray actually did start wrestling when he was like 14, for real. In Mexico, they were a little cavalier with safety at that time. But so he was probably in his 20s at that point, but he looked adolescent, not even teenage.
Oh, look who's here. Look who's in the house.
What's up to everyone in the chat? Mrs. Mark by Wrestling and the Puppy. I'm not going to say it in Jerry Lawler's voice. Sorry, I can't do that. Almost 2.5 hours into the show. Miss everyone, but they will also be live with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All gas, no breaks with it. Well, A and B, please get in where you fit in. And the Coalition going to be going live all weekend, baby. Love you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. If I Venmo you, will you buy me a t-shirt?
Right.
All right. 3X, still a husky fella. Oh, man. Can't hear the live. Okay, well, you just watch that. Let's go. J Money. 100%.
Love you guys, A and B.
Yeah. Jelly Roll Americano will be making his appearance on SmackDown Friday. Love that. Love you guys. Shout out to our OGs, our goats. Our forefather and mother. There we go. NXT always over delivers, especially their PLE shows. We're going to get Obafemi and Yoshiki Inamura, which may not sound like a lot to those of you who don't watch NXT, but man, that match is going to deliver in physicality. Those of you who watch NXT with me every week know exactly what I'm talking about. We have been stumping for that match for weeks, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. El Extra Grande Americano, for sure. They should call him El Venti Americano because he's a big boy.
What a clean tope by Penta. Lays himself out in the process.
And yeah, this is absolutely got to. This is absolutely gotten to be, you know, a high intensity match here. So it's going to be a great match. Yes, absolutely. Obafemi's match is going to be a banger at Great American Bash on.
I like
Saturday.
him a lot.
Obafemi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The ruler. He has been killing it, Lauren. You're absolutely right. In commercial break right now, which if you guys ever gone, we don't have them anymore as much, but if you ever got to go to house shows, there are always times just like kind of dead times in the match, you know? And that's pretty much what they do during commercial breaks is they still keep it going, but you know, nothing of significance typically happens in the match. So, oh my gosh, Jelly Roll doing a swanton. Here's the thing. I have all the respect in the world for Jelly Roll because like I remember him showing up at SummerSlam last year, right? And he was on the kickoff show doing an interview before he made his appearance. And he was throwing shade. He didn't name any names, but throwing shade to like the hangers on and the like fake-ish celebrities who just show up to WWE because it's like all trendy and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm a real one. I've been a fan and I mean, take a look at Jelly Roll. You know that dude has been a wrestling fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Since he was a
got the
kid.
look.
Yeah, he's got the look of a wrestling fan. We've already discussed some of the hallmarks of Jelly Roll and a fan of Jelly Roll earlier in the broadcast. But all that to say, he put a great choke slam on Austin Theory, which God bless Austin Theory. He made him look like a monster in that shot. But also when he dropped the elbow, also God bless, I think it was Miz and Truth.
Yeah, they got him right back up. So
they
fast.
ran to him so fast because I was like, Jelly Roll going to have a hard time getting up.
But they made it look so seamless.
They
and
did.
I was like, dang, that was impressive.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And then, sorry, dog just farted, everybody. So, picture a Jelly Roll hitting a swanton. I'm like, my man is going to need help immediately getting up off the ground. I mean, I can't imagine how quick I could get up off the ground after hitting a swanton, like the shock absorption that goes into your body for hitting a spot like that. So yeah. Oh no, Sophie, I take credit for things. It was most definitely a dog thing. Yeah. Man, you know what? I don't know what the pathway would be for Austin Theory if he turned face, but I'll tell you what, if there's ever somebody who has what you would call a babyface personality, if you have seen Austin Theory do interviews, he's like such a likable human being. I'm sitting here thinking, why are you guys not doing something with him as a good guy? Because I think people would gravitate to him with the right presentation.
Oh, he's bleeding and he's using Penta's mask to wipe away the blood.
Wow. That is amazing. The jelly worm. Jelly Roll hitting the worm. Yeah. Seth must have caught something. I mean, Penta was a little snug with him on a spot, but I didn't think it was enough to cut him. Zero Miedo chance. Ooh. I think I like about Penta too is that like he does typical wrestling moves, but he always does it in a sort of modified, creative way, like kicking him in the back of the leg like that to drop him down to a knee.
This is just great transitional work in between moves. He was inverted.
Like Maverick.
I was like, he looked like he was about to do a Spider-Man kiss.
And they say that a hero could save us. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, Trey, you have a point there. The ultimate goal of factions in wrestling is to, what a good backstabber by lung blower there by Penta. One of the ultimate goals of factions in wrestling is to identify new single stars who you can then promote higher. Look at the Shield, look at Evolution, look at Four Horsemen, the NWO, DX, the Nation of Domination. All these guys had people break off out of that into superstardom, right? And so I think there is a very, very Evolution or Shield component to Seth's new group, where every guy has the capacity to go out on his own eventually and be something bigger. So I think Braun absolutely. I mean, I think Braun would have to do a lot to sabotage his own career to not have that kind of superstardom at this point, because he comes from the family pedigree already. It seems like everyone backstage seems to love him already. He's attached to Paul Heyman, who oftentimes like to. Is Seth about to hit a go to sleep on Penta? Oh, nope, just a gut buster. And so, yeah. I think it's only a matter of time. I just hope they don't do it too soon. Wow. The disrespect from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins like shin pads. His kick pads look like a Lisa Frank Trapper
They're
Keeper.
like Galaxy.
Yeah. Great air on that though, man. Good job, Seth. Yeah, it was the Spider-Man song, the dude from Nickelback and the dude from Saliva. Mrs. Mark said earlier when Penta was doing his like upside down move that he looked like Spider-Man waiting to be kissed. So that's why I hit out a bar of the
Sorry.
the
Always
Spider-Man
bringing
song.
in the random thoughts.
That's okay. We like random thoughts here. All right. Penta motioning for something, but I don't think any of the crowd knew what he was talking about, so no reaction. We're going to get a superplex here. Oh, now he jumps on the apron. Running back. Trying to get a running start. What are you going to do?
Oh.
Okay. Not a reverse Rana, but like a forward Rana. Oh, he's going for his finish already. Is he going to get a clean? Wow. 2.99.
Yeah. That was close.
Penta driver. That's what it's called. To be honest, a lot of people do a move that looks like that, and it's hard for me to keep track of what they're all called. Man. And that is a dangerous move. Jordan Grace does that move. Stephanie Vaquer does a version of that move. And I think Phoenix also does that move, his brother. And so when you flip somebody like that so low to the ground, you really have to get them up in there to make sure you protect them on the way down. Let's go Penta, Chance. JR, you're right. Penta getting a lot of offense in. I'm so happy to see that, right? Because these three matches tonight have not been burials, you know? I mean, Sami Zayn got ultimately destroyed, but look what happened to get to that. Oh, he's going to go for that arm break. Uh-oh. Pop up. Is he going to get a buckle bomb here? Oh, man. Whoa. No sell from Penta into a destroyer. Rollins grabs the ropes.
Boo.
I don't love no sells. I got to say that. I don't love that. I don't love it when people just don't register a move and go back to it. The only thing that I would have appreciated about that is if Penta couldn't make the cover right away. He rushed into the pin. Nitpick from me.
I still liked it.
It's J Money. J Money, that's a fair counter argument. It was more of a momentum bounce than a no sell, which is why I think, oh, Rollins with a shot to the nuts. Take a peach out of John Cena's book. I think that's a fair counter argument. I do just wish maybe he could have sold it after the Destroyer. But that's okay. Stomp down to Penta. That could be it. He's crawling to make the cover. 2. And that's that. It's Elemental.
Rude. Rude. Don't use his face to stand up.
Right.
There are 2 no sellers whom I used to love as a kid, and they were both in the NWA/WCW.
Which were?
Whenever the 4 horsemen, like Ric Flair or Arn Anderson, would hit a pile driver on only 2 wrestlers, Road Warrior Hawk and Sting. If they would eat a pile driver and they would just, and then they'd start strutting and woo, you know, all that stuff, they would stand up immediately, almost like the Undertaker, and stand right behind them and wait for them to turn around. And it was beautiful. Okay. Paul Heyman has called in the dogs, but here's LA Knight first. BFT to Rollins. He's like, you're too slow, boys. And he knocks over the Prime bottle, and Braun Breaker just full on collapsing over the barricade, going after him. I don't like the wrestling.
The crowd is loving it. Like
yeah, they do. Wait for him to do his point and listen to this crowd. There we go. Braun tripping was actually a beautiful. Well, I know that wasn't on purpose, but that little bit of foolishness was perfect for him. There, Lauren, I don't know that he really needed to call them on the phone, but it was a nice payoff for him holding the freaking phone all night long that he actually used it to call the dogs. LA Knight is on Raw a lot, man. I would love to see this be his permanent home. Loud LA Knight chants, y'all, to close the show. And that is that. Man, the wrestling math makes me afraid, but I would love for LA Knight to pull off the win against Seth Rollins in Saturday night's main event.
That'd be so fun.
Oh, man. Atlanta would love that. Absolutely. I would know. We used to live close to there. So, all right. Drop your ratings in the chat, and we'll catch up with some comments before we call it a night, an LA night, if you will. Never mind. All right.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right. So Justin Hallencrane gives it 10 out of 10. Sammy Sharks. Pray for Sammy, everybody. I'm sure he's at a local medical facility, as they like to say, not hospital for some reason. And also word in the story is he's now out indefinitely. So we'll see the next time we see Sami Zayn on WWE television. J Money gives it an 8 out of 10. First and foremost, before I get into more ratings, Trey Licata, WWE, if you're listening, make LA Knight a world champion. Name it and claim it, my friend. Yes, I want to live to see LA Knight be a world champion as well. And I'm not dissing Jay, but, you know, hey, you did it for Jay. You can do it for LA Knight. Those men are 2 opposite sides of the same coin. And so, yeah, you can make time for LA Knight. All right, 8 out of 10 for J Money, 8.5 for Trey Licata, 8 out of 10 for J.R. Dugan. I wonder if we'll see Roman on Saturday. I don't know when we're going to see Roman again, bro. I mean, like, I keep hoping that we're building to a point where he'll show up. But at this point, I got to wonder if maybe SummerSlam is our best bet for seeing him. Like, I'm not trying to say Roman has an ego. And I'm not being cute when I say that either. I really don't think Roman's trying to have an ego. But I do think he's gotten to a point in his career where he's like, I'm doing big shows. I'm doing the big 2-nighter stadium shows now, and then the rest of the time
the rest of the time I have to film for Mortal Kombat.
First Street Fighter. But yes, but you're right. Why not? You know?
I literally don't know anything.
Yeah, and then, you know, go to sleep on my big pile of money.
Right.
So I mean, if you can get that gig, it's not a bad deal.
It's not.
Yeah. Shamanica, 8 out of 10.
Get it?
I mean, every time I say I'm the tribal chief around this house, I catch a bunch of attitude. So I don't. Just kidding. That's not true. I don't walk around saying that in this house. So. No.
I'm gonna take it down a half a point for every time I said boo, which I had 2 moments of booing.
That's a good metric.
Yeah,
I like that.
And then half a point for anytime I got bored, which I got bored in the first half of the ladies match.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, after the match was over, it was more exciting.
Sure.
But when it was actually happening,
Asuka makes things
so
exciting.
that's 1.5 down. So I'm 8.5.
8.5. Okay. I
Yeah.
love this metric system. It's fantastic. If it happens, I don't think Knight's run should be longer than Jay's. Just your opinion. Yeah. Like, I mean, on A&B's podcast, I referred to Jay Uso as a moment wrestler, in terms of like, people love him so much. They're just wanting to see him win the title. And I mean, they do love him, but like, I don't view him and Cody like in the same light into what they bring to the company. And I think the things that Jay Uso brings to the product, which I think the same about LA Knight, is that they keep the fans going, and you have to reward, I would say you reward the fans, but you have to pay that off at some point to maintain that momentum, which they've done twice for Jay with the Intercontinental title and the World title. And if they could do that for LA Knight, I think they could buy a lot of equity with his time. As long as it's not like a 24-hour reign or he wins the title and Seth Rollins cashes in on him or anything like that, I think he could go a long way even with a short reign. So it's just how I feel about it. Lauren Biggs says 6 tsunamis out of 10. Makes my ribs hurt just reading that. Karen Kishi wants Jay to be at Evolution in some capacity. Man, he wants Jay to be everywhere, man. Roman as Akuma is weird to me. Akuma's supposed to be even stronger than Ryu and Ken combined. I don't see Roman pull it off the martial arts. From a martial arts standpoint, I agree, but when you're talking about the aura of being stronger than 2 main eventers of a video game, I mean, isn't that Roman Reigns after all? Yeah. Why didn't they just cast CM Punk and Seth Rollins as Ken and Ryu? This is all I want to know. The fact that Cody and Roman are both going to be in that movie is hilarious to me. Yeah. Reunion of Kabuki Warriors was your marked out moment. Love it. I got to say, I think New Day's funeral get up might have been my marked moment of the show. So good. So good. Okay. Jay Uso Evolution. Hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah. I mean, if LA Knight hasn't won a title by next year's Money in the Bank and doesn't win Money in the Bank after that, oh man, you're going to have to build a heck of a story for that. Yeah. 3 months, good, respectable run in today's WWE. 100%. Yeah. Cody is playing Guile in Street Fighter. So I wonder, with as absurd, like 50 Cent is in this movie, a few other people are in this movie. Like, I wonder how comically absurd they're going to go with the movie. And are they going to give him like the giant Guile hair? Or are they just going to give him like a little crew cut? I'm curious about that. We'll see. But all right. Yeah, I think 8 out of 10 I think all of you 8, 8.5, anywhere in that range has been a good, fair assessment of tonight. The in-ring action was good. For me, had it not been for Becky Lynch, I would have gotten really agitated in that segment. I can't. It hurts me so much to be so disinterested in Lyra and Bailey when they're talking, because I know they can deliver once the bell rings, and I just want Lyra to get there faster.
They should have just left Becky to talk.
Yeah, they should have let Becky do all the talking in that segment and then just jump out and try to jump her and then jump each other. Like, just let them be physical. I think that would have been a better segment. New Day was great. Karrion Kross making the most of his minutes tonight as well. Sammy's story advancing that way.
LA Knight appearance, great.
Yes. I mean, the way they're telling, it really does feel like Seth Rollins needs a 4th guy. Because it looks like now that Sammy's out, though, maybe it's LA Knight, Penta, and Jey Uso taking on the 3 of them in some sort of multi-man match. So you use Karrion Kross to pull Sami Zayn out of the story, and then you can bring him back in if Seth does add a 4th person. Or, we're going to get War Games in November. I don't know. It's July, and that is 4 months away. But you could have this visionary faction plus 2 other guys versus a returning Sami Zayn, Penta, LA Knight. who was the other one? Jey Uso and CM Punk.
Hmm.
I think that's a viable War Games match. But they're going to need to recruit 2 more guys or maybe a tag team. And that would be interesting as well. All right, it's time. Just one more time tonight.
This man.
Seth Rollins needs 1 more guy. Am I right? But if you're going to do War Games, then he really needs 2 more guys. What better addition to this faction that would counterbalance? Remember those 5 names I said: Punk, Sammy, Penta, and the other 2, LA Knight and Jey Uso. The 2 guys I stand all the time, LA Knight and Jey Uso. I can't remember their names. But if you've got Penta in this group, what if he was able to recruit Andrade and Rey Fenix as a tag team? And then you have Penta and Rey Fenix on opposite sides of a War Games match. That's why I'm wearing the glasses, because it's a little silly, a little crazy, but we can put that out into the world. Give me that match. Give that tag team time to cook, time to grow, because the fact of the matter is Andrade and Rey Fenix have caught fire, but the entire tag team division is already in one story right now on SmackDown without them. It's the Wyatts and all the other tag teams. And then there's Rey Fenix and Andrade, who just joined together 2 weeks ago and have put on 2 amazing matches, and now the crowd loves them. And they say they want the titles. So bring them over to Raw. And Penta has to wrestle Phoenix. Yes. And that could even be your pathway towards them reconciling and joining up together. I'm not going to write that story, but it gets them in the same place together, because I really would hope that when they inevitably do bring the Lucha Brothers together, that they tell a story to get them together. And it's not like, tonight I have a special guest partner and it's the other guy. I would love them to actually have a narrative lead to that moment. The room would explode for that. Anyway, you always have to earn the big moments. We're watching The Bear right now. We're on season 4, which is a great show, by the way, if you like food or restaurants or good acting or whatever. But all this other stuff, family drama. That show is riddled with anxiety, right? And it's depressing and intense a lot. But it also has these moments of emotional relief, and those moments of emotional relief and victory and happiness feel so much sweeter because you've carried all the tension of the show up until that point. And so, like, having payoffs in wrestling is so good and so rewarding when you've had to go through the valley to get to that mountaintop. And I think we're going to see that this year with Sami Zayn. I think we may see it with others. I hope we see it with LA Knight. I hopefully when they get Rey Fenix and Penta together, that they do something to get there. Would be great. Well, listen, I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining tonight with me and the missus.
Thanks for having me, even though I don't know anything. So glad I'm here.
No, like, and this is the thing. We need your perspective and things to keep us
needed.
I think so. And it's not just because I'm married to you, but like bringing your fresh, positive perspective into watching wrestling helps remind us all how the casual viewer actually sees things.
Yeah.
And like all of us have been lifers as fans, so many of us. And so sometimes we forget what just the general, your average viewer sees. New eyes. Thank you, Rickardy. Yes, exactly. New eyes help us all see a little bit better. So thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow night for NXT. And absolutely this weekend, probably this week for some predictions. I'll try to hammer that out with A and B and see if we can do that together like we always do. If not, I will give you my own since it's a long weekend. And I was at least going to do Great American Bash predictions anyways, because I figured we wouldn't do that together because we have Saturday night's main event and Evolution to go anyways, and 3 cards worth of predictions is a lot to do for 3 people sharing the screen at the same time. But anyways, I will get with A and B on that, and we'll figure out if predictions are viable for us this week. If not, stay tuned to the channel. Please like and subscribe
and you'll be notified when I go on for predictions, when I go on live this weekend. And they will be back in studio on Friday for SmackDown as well. And I will see you guys again tomorrow for NXT, where we find out all the Evolution Battle Royal participants. We're gonna get going on the Build the Great American Bash, all these wonderful things. Rickardy, so kind. Now, then, or forever marked. Love it. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Do not forget to believe, because what do we say? Being a mark means you believe. Believing makes wrestling better. Appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you this time tomorrow. Good night, everybody.